What it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope some of you visited Midgar for the second time, possibly for the third, fourth, or fifth time. And for me, it was the first time. And Final Fantasy VII Remake, to say the least, is a pretty awesome game. I put about 10 hours or so in it for the weekend. And yeah, I don't plan on putting it down for the next week, 2, maybe even 3 weeks. Who knows? Maybe even a month. And I'm absolutely in love with this game. It's fun. I can't wait for the next 10 or 20 hours. I believe it's about 30 to 40 hours longer, so yeah, I probably got about 30 hours more, and I'm looking forward to that journey. But that's what happened last weekend. That's not what today is about. Right now, I want to tell y'all about the fact that Capcom is working on Resident Evil 4 Remake. This story here, coming from Video Game Chronicle, it says, Osaka-based M2 is leading development on the latest series reimagining, sources reveal. Capcom has greenlit a Resident Evil 4 remake. Following its reimagining of Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, multiple development sources have told VGC that the Resident Evil 4 remake has now entered full production with an estimated release window in 2022. Now, I'm wondering why would they even go that far with the remakes, because all of these other remakes were inspired by Resident Evil 4, because Resident Evil 4 was the first game in the series that was the behind the back camera. And really, when I really got into Resident Evil, I enjoyed them, but they weren't for me. Resident Evil 7 was pretty good, wasn't for me either. So I don't really do well with horror, but I think these games are pretty good, except the aforementioned Resident Evil 6 that some people don't like, but that's neither here nor there. But I don't know why they would be remaking Resident Evil 4, but if it's coming out in 2022, it's going to be on a PS5 and Xbox Series X, and I can only imagine what kind of a powerhouse that game would be. But a lot of people are wondering why are they skipping over Code Veronica, and I'm thinking it's 2020. We don't know what's happening in 2021. And since last year we got Resident Evil 2 remakes, this year we got Resident Evil 3 remake, Code Veronica could be next. I think that's a large possibility. Capcom has become unpredictable. They've gotten right back on our good sides with Resident Evil 2 remake, and even Resident Evil 7. Those are really great games, honestly. I just don't do horror well. I'm willing to admit it, but I'm really interested to see what happens. If it's greenlit, who knows? We'll see if Code Veronica happens. If you want to remake it, they're probably gonna make it. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe hype up the horror, because remaking this game, which still looks good and it still holds up today, even all the way on the GameCube, I still have it. And I can only imagine on a PS5 and Xbox Series X how more detailed it could look. And this game could probably sell for another $60, because this is a lengthy game, maybe about 15, 20 hours, I want to say. And for it to be detailed the way it could be terrifying. And it'll just make crazy sales just off that. But let's move on to the next story. Burnout Paradise. Remember when Burnout Paradise had just got revealed that it's coming to the Nintendo Switch at the Mini Direct some time ago? I was excited. I'm not the hugest fan of Paradise. Still a good Burnout game, but it just wasn't Burnout 3. So they officially revealed that it'll be coming out in June, but here's the catch. It's $50. And for me, this sounds like EA is trying to pull a fast one and think it's slick. And they say, look, we're giving you more games. We started with Burnout and it just didn't sell. You're not going to give us a price tag like that on the Nintendo Switch. Like, we should just be grateful. When it's on the PS4 and the Xbox, it's always like $5 every few weeks. I've noticed that. It's on sale for literally $5 every few weeks. And yet you want us to be $50 for it? I know The Witcher came out and it was still $60, but that game still sold, and CD Projekt Red doesn't have a history of like EA. So, I'm really questioning that, and I'm really wondering that. I would probably buy Burnout Paradise because it'll be good to have a great arcadey driving game on a Nintendo Switch to play portably, but I ain't buying it for $50. I'm gonna wait for a deep, deep sale on that one. Let's move on, lads and ladettes, to I'm trying not to laugh, but so I'm a huge wrestling fan, as some of you may or may not know. On my Instagram and even on my YouTube, I have some videos of me playing Fire Pro Wrestling World, hugely based in New Japan. A lot of wrestlers there love Japan, but I used to love WWE because I think they are they've just fallen off the writing. They're just too comfortable. But this isn't exactly about WWE. It's about the game franchise tied to the WWE, and it says there will be no WWE 2K21 rumor. This story is coming from the Sportster, and it says, rumors and indicators would suggest that there will be no WWE 2K21 as developers focus on creating a better game to be released in 2021. Rumors are circulating that WWE 2K is not producing a video game this year, and there's plenty of evidence suggests those rumors are true. Video games can be released unfinished in this day and age thanks to updates, patches, but 2K took that to the extreme. So a tweet from Justin Leeper went out yesterday, and he actually also posted a video where basically Justin Leeper was on development for some of the 2K20 games, and he said, I'm not a fan of bringing bad news, but it's post-WrestleMania, and I think fans deserve to know. I've heard on good authority that WWE 2K21 has been canceled. However, another WWE branded game will enter the ring this year. I haven't been a fan of the WWE 2K games for quite some time, just like I haven't been a fan of the WWE for quite some time. WWE 2K, the series has been really weak, and it's been a shadow of itself for quite some time. And then I remember a few years ago where they gave us the arcadey one, WWE All-Stars, and it was pretty fun. It had some issues, but it was pretty fun, and I'd like WWE to just maybe go back into that and maybe go more in depth and give us a bigger roster, because it didn't have a lot of wrestlers in this one. It was like maybe between 10 and 20, I want to say. I want to give it that kind of range. And it could have been better. There was potential there. It was just greatly exaggerated. Everybody was so huge, and the moves were exaggerated. It was kind of like Super WrestleMania and Def Jam Vendetta mixed together. I was okay with it. It was really fun, and it would be like nice to see a new game. And if you really want to play a more of a regular wrestling game, I say check out Fire Pro Wrestling World. That game is awesome. And you know what? In fact, in the comments, I'll leak my video between me and Kazuchika Okada in that game, and it was about a 20+ minute match, and that match was fun. It was awesome. I love that game. Let's move on. And the final story today is a weird one, but not really, because politics has been sticking their nose in the video games business for a while now, and it's kind of annoying. And here's the news. China bans sale of Animal Crossing New Horizons after it becomes a haven for Hong Kong protesters. Wow. You remember a couple months back, sometime last year, where Activision Blizzard kind of, just took somebody's money and then they suspended them and everything? This is an extension of that. And basically, people are using their houses and places in Animal Crossing to protest, and the government ain't with it. And you would think, why would a game like Animal Crossing gets banned? But, well, you want to talk about us? You want to talk about free Hong Kong? Well, we'll take the game from you. And that seems to be rough for such a sweet-looking game, a game rated for E for everyone, and it's so much creativity. But I think people are probably going to go to mom-and-pop shops or probably contact some of these retailers directly to try to get it. And that's interesting to me, man. That's interesting to me. That's really crazy. I never thought I'd live to see a day like this, and that's wild. But lads and ladettes, I thank you so much for watching. I thank you for tuning in. And I know you might not see me over the weekend, but you might hear me over the weekend. Once I get this whole podcast thing figured out, I'm really working on that. I want to get that thing done, start doing that thing regularly. But lads and ladettes, I thank you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And even if you want to dislike, I understand. But please share my channel. Tell your friend, tell your mother, tell your grandmother. If they don't play games, well, let's get them to play games. Still tell them about my channel. Lads and ladettes, I thank you so much for watching. This video is finito.